Right, so it seems to have been a while. It seems to be a bit of a long time since I've done a video like this, and I did promise that there would be there'd be something different turning up, and yeah, I don't know what to talk about, to be honest. That's probably the reason why it took so damn long to essentially make a YouTube video like this. So, I do apologise. That is clearly my bad. I didn't really want to, lie and say, oh, I'm going to make a video and then I'm not. But, I don't know. I just thought, why not? Let's just get one over with and just try and make something out of it, I guess. Keep in mind also, I have no idea what to talk about. So I thought, screw it, let's just get it over with. So, obviously, this has been, it's the start of the new year. Technically, it's been a month since the start of the new year, and not gonna lie, didn't thought it'd be this rocky. Not gonna lie, I thought it would have been a little bit more better. I'll say that. I wish it could have been a bit more better, but unfortunately, it isn't. It got a bit slightly out of control. But other than that, it seems to, it may get a bit better, it may not. Again, this is just the start of the new year. But what isn't gonna end is essentially a lot of shit that I'm gonna say in my mouth, essentially. So yay, stuff. I don't know what the fuck I said. Don't know what I'm talking about. But I do, however, have a very nice thing to mention. Essentially, basically, I've got back into artwork a little bit more in a progressive sort of state, if you know what I mean. And I've been wanting to do something a little bit different for ages. Sorry. And I thought, what better way to do this by trying to explain quite a bit of story between most of my characters, essentially. So I thought, let's do a fucking comic. And not gonna lie, it's not fun. It's not easy, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit tricky. But that's just because I'm trying to improve my art style, essentially, and that's where it somewhat lingers, if you know what I mean. So, sorry. That's very rude of me to yawn, but I can't help it. That's how I am, apparently. Went to bed about 1 o'clock, didn't really need to, but stupid old me, I guess. Anyways, what is like the progression, I'm guessing you're gonna ask about this comic. As of so far, I've compiled it with 5 chapters, and each chapter will include a bit more of a different story arc compared to the previous one. So right now I'm doing chapter 1, which will be more based around the childhood of the main character, which is, as you all know, is my only human OC, which is Matt Marshall. I don't know why I did that. It's not like I can edit and say, hey look, here's the character. But I wish I can do that, but I can't, so yay. Huzzah. That's something I can't do. But as of right now, I'm planning on doing a bit more of an extensive nutshell sort of thing with the game, not the game, sorry, the comic at some point on down the line of this year. Although I won't be able to show you, I think I won't be able to show you guys the progression, I think. I'm not 100% sure since, well, obviously, it's not really 100%. But I may as well try and just show you what it is and what it has at the moment. So, again, as of right now, like I said, I'm doing first chapter. This is like the one thing I'm working on. That's the start, and then again, this is the second Well, that's not it. I don't know why I don't know why I showed you that. That's just a character sheet of what's coming in. I should not really have showed you that. Jesus Christ! Ah! There it is. I'm slightly slow. I did just woke up, so that's page 2 complete. This is essentially what I just done like 2 nights ago. And then this is page 3. Yes. But yeah. As of right now, though, I'm taking a bit of a slow break. I am taking my time with this, as literally, this is something I haven't done in ages, and the last time I did this was very, it was really badly done. It was really badly written. It had like very poor character development. It essentially turned into one of those very bad anime kind of things where it's like, oh, this character here has these powers, but you don't get to see why they have it. So that's why I thought I won't bother with it. Because I just got a bit. It really didn't. Like, it had too many plot holes, essentially, and I just thought that was not worth it. So I thought, let's just keep this one relatively simple for the first chapter, and then just make sure that everything else makes sense within each chapter, and make sure that there's continuity between each chapters, essentially. So what is the plan with these chapters? Like I said, there's 5 chapters. The first 3 will be more towards the main character, again, Matt Marshall, progressing from, like, for chapter 1, he'll be progressing from his childhood, like child to teenage, and then chapter 2 would be mostly towards his late teenage years, and then his first few years as adult, and then chapter 3 would be more towards like when he's in his 30s, and that's basically it. And then chapter 4 and 5 would be more progressively towards the future of Matt Marshall. So technically, how it would work is, he's born in the 1980s. The first chapter of the story would take place in 1986, which is technically, if you think about it, he'd be 6 years old. And then chapter 4 would take place around the 90s, somewhere around the 90s. I haven't really specified what year, however, somewhere near late 90s or early 90s. You guys may need to do the math. This is when he joins the army, essentially, and then chapter 3 would be more in the 2000s, like early to late 2010s, where he's in, the more in the army stuff. And then chapter 4 and 5 would be more towards the 2020, which is like this year, basically last year. But again, it'd be progressively different compared to this year, because it's not the same as Planet Earth, because universes are different. There you go. It would happily be explained, but again, I can't be asked really, because again, I just woke up, and yes, I need to get a video out there to let you guys know that I exist! But there's gonna be a lot of there's some unique characters that'll be turning up, as well as some that may be a little bit more unique than others, some that I may have made up by mistake, and some that could be a little bit more progressively different compared to others. However, there are some special characters in there, as well as these are mostly characters that I've got permission to use, so please keep that in mind. I have had permission from the original creators, essentially, to allow me to use them. So I'm gonna explain that later. As of right now, there's no point in really explaining it, because again, I'm not technically ready to explain it all. Because again, lateness in the video is just like, yay, I want to explain shit, then realize, a bit too late. So yeah, I guess that's it, really. Other than that, there's been a lot of tricky starts, like tricky moments here and there. I've been recently trying to get rid of some of my old childish stuff to make sure that I can, essentially, so then I can say, okay, I'm going to move on from my childhood so then I can be more professional. Because why the fuck not? And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it really. I will, however, mention. I'm sorry for not really uploading much. It's just mostly because I think it's just been mostly because I haven't had the time. And it doesn't help also with the amount of stuff that's happening from last year, and it's still affecting over here in 2021, and a lot of stuff that's been going through my mind. It's not helping. It's getting slightly worse, and yeah, I can't help that, I'm afraid. However, like I said, I would happily be. I'll try and upload as much as I can, really, from at some point down the line. Maybe next week, not 100% sure when. But I will happily be explaining each individual chapters in in-depth detail with a background of each individual characters, and if you guys want to, I can happily show you guys a bit of progression of the comic from here and back now, essentially. Here and whenever, essentially. Now and whenever. I don't know why I keep saying that. But anyways, hope you all have a good had a good start in 2021. I'm surely I'm expecting quite a few people to say no because they may have suffered from, I may have got hit from something, I don't know. But either way, I hope you guys all have a good day. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Like the video if you're interested in looking into if you're interested in looking into the details of the chapters in the comic that I'm working on. What was I gonna say? Subscribe if you're interested in watching my previous videos, and obviously get alerted for more. And I don't know what else to say because again I don't script my videos. Yes. This is the problem with me. I don't script because why do you script? Anyways, thank you very much you guys for watching this video and peace out.